search for the name, the pictured face, but his manner was still suspicious. "All right, Brooks," he said tersely. "If you're needed in the night, you'll be called." Brooks bowed. "Very well, sir." He closed the door softly behind him, glad to have escaped as well as he had. But that he had not entirely lulled the detective's watchfulness to rest was evident as soon as he had gone. Anderson waited a few seconds, then moved noiselessly over to the hall door, listened, opened it suddenly, closed it again. Then he proceeded to examine the alcove, the stairs where the gleaming eye had wavered like a corpse candle before Lizzie's affrighted vision. He tested the terrace door and bolted it. How much truth had there been in her story? He could not decide, but he drew out his revolver nevertheless and gave it a quick inspection to see if it was in working order. A smile crept over his face, the smile of a man who has dangerous work to do and does not shirk from the prospect. He put the revolver back in his pocket, and taking the one lighted candle remaining, went out by the hall door as the storm burst forth in fresh fury and the window panes of the living room rattled before a new reverberation of thunder. For a moment in the living room, except for the thunder, all was silence. Then the creak of surreptitious footsteps broke the stillness. Light footsteps descending the alcove stairs where the gleaming eye had passed. It was Dale slipping out of the house to keep her appointment with Richard Fleming. She carried a raincoat over her arm and a pair of rubbers in one hand. Her other hand held a candle. By the terrace door she paused, unbolted it, glanced out at the streaming night with a shiver. Then she came into the living room and sat down to put on her rubbers. Hardly had she begun to do so when she started up again. A muffled knocking sounded at the terrace door. It was ominous and determined, and in a panic of terror she rose to her feet. If it was the law come after Jack, what should she do? Or again, suppose it was the unknown who had threatened them with death? Not coherent thoughts these, but chaotic, bringing panic with them. Almost unconscious of what she was doing, she reached into the drawer beside her, secured the revolver there, and leveled it at the door. End of Chapter 8. Recording by Alan Winterowd. Boomcoach.blogspot.com